Welcome back once again, everyone. Before we head into the Dark DLC, let me introduce you to two additional iridescent. They have range only second to level 3 nuclear artillery. Those would be AGM towers or ballistic napalm missiles. You heard that right. Napalm ballistic missiles. The other one would be power rod towers, or more like the shoot away a rod, like one of those you've seen in movies or TV shows. No, you see one of those in Call of Duty Ghosts. In space, one of these weapon platforms or satellites gets hijacked and shoots down these steel rods. It's just like them, only they shoot away rods, and then you have the initial impact damage. However, for about 2 to 3 minutes, they stick around and continuously keeps pulsing out energy-based damage. Well, let's head into the dark.
Red jump successful. This is as close as we could jump to our destination safely. The path ahead is a dense maze of rocks and deep crevices. It will take a lot of work to navigate.
The seismic wave disappeared not far from here, a few kilometers to the north. We can get there on foot.
This area shares a lot of characteristics with the jungle around our headquarters. However, I am detecting a vast network of limestone caverns beneath us. Be careful, Ashley. The surface may be unstable.
Roger that, Mr. Riggs. I'm only worried about the possible spread of Anorix. We know how to deal with everything else.
From here on out, I will not clear out the maps. I will head on straight to the objectives. Though any buried resource spots or egg sacs or by anomalies that is straight in my path, those I will take. Nothing else. Alright, most of the enemies in this DLC are immune to cryo damage. Gonna switch that out on my lightning gun.
amazing! Those crystal crab-like creatures looked very similar to the Stregoros species that we've encountered in the radioactive desert. It looks like they have taken a different evolutionary path. However, given our circumstances, I have to wonder whether Anorix played a part in this evolutionary cycle.
You are jumping to conclusions, Ashley. We have seen multiple life forms featuring mineral infusions on this planet. This is nothing new.
Maybe I'm paranoid. Either way, I think it would be a good idea to gather more samples of this species to check if they've evolved this way through natural processes.
And apparently they are resistant to fire as well. Malaka. Still hate those things. And what? No, what?
getting close to our destination, whatever it is.
Warning! Seismic anomaly imminent.
Wow, it's moving! I think it's some creature moving underground in the caverns beneath us. It has to be huge, and it's moving away from us.
Assuming that it is a creature, it looks like it is moving further north. I have marked its estimated position.
Okay, let's track it down. Okay, we're getting close. Let's see if it starts moving again.
Warning! Earthquake in progress. You were correct, Ashley. Something very large is moving underground. Warning! Multiple energy emissions around us.
The earthquake must have activated a number of Anorex bioanomalies. Maybe this underground creature is spreading the Anorex infestation. Can you track to where it's moved?
Affirmative. It has moved further north again. Warning! I am tracking multiple groups of creatures moving in our direction. We are surrounded.
Those energy emissions, they must have caused that.
Of the recent energy emissions. You may want to investigate them.
I'm not sure if we have time for that. If we do it, let's be quick about it. Another Anorex bioanomaly. I think we should get rid of them. They could be corrupting the local fauna.
I agree, Ashley. Be careful, though. We always get attacked when we activate them. before. Can you tell me what you learned about Anorix on Orion?
The anorix that I've seen there was primarily in the form of glowing red crystals. However, I think that its appearance can change depending on the local environment and some other unknown factors.
Some of the Anorix-infected creatures that we have seen here included crystalline growth on their bodies. However, their color palette was mixed. That might suggest that the Anorix that we are observing here could behave in a different way to what you have seen on Orion.
Let's hope it's less dangerous. Either way, those infected creatures acted as if they were feral. So even if it's less dangerous, it still poses a great threat to the local ecosystem. This bioanomaly is larger. We should prepare before activating it.
Good idea, Ashley. We can set up mines and sentry guns around it. Some temporary walls might also be a good idea. tower has been destroyed. There is a breach in our walls.
Base is under attack.
One of our walls is being destroyed. My sensors detected intense neutrino bursts at the same time that we've observed these energy eruptions. Why do you think this happens?
I don't understand why this is happening. Neutrino emissions usually accompany nuclear reactions, like beta decay or nuclear explosions. The amount of neutrino particles that were emitted by Anorix doesn't correspond to anything that humanity ever has observed in nature. It's like a pocket supernova. That's why I thought it could be Anorix.
That makes sense. My sensors were overloaded by those emissions. They were off the scale by orders of magnitude.
There's nothing here.
One of the energy eruptions came from these coordinates. Maybe we should check the area with the geoscanner.
Good idea. There might be something remaining underground. It's just a resource cache. Nothing spectacular. We've cleared all of the energy eruption sites. Let's get back to our main objective.
Ashley, wait a moment. Do you have a theory on why Anorix is connected to these huge neutrino bursts?
I have my own personal opinion on this, but there is no proof for it. I think that Anorix can interact with the environment on a subatomic level and transpose individual atoms into other forms of matter by rearranging fermions, bosons, or some other elementary particles. Such reactions would normally emit enormous amounts of destructive energy. However, Anorix reacts in a different way. It consumes that energy and grows upon it. The only trace it leaves is a burst of neutrino particles.
That is a very disturbing theory. What you are describing sounds like a cancer, but for both living and non-living matter.
These are just my thoughts. I've encountered this substance only once. It doesn't have to work like that on this planet. It might even be something completely different. Either way, we can't ignore that threat. getting close. Third time's the charm. Let's see if the creature escapes again.
I think we've got a bigger problem, Ashley. The target location is swarming with necrodons and other hostile creatures. We have to clear it out before we can investigate anything.
We've cleared out the area. Nothing's happening. Are we in the correct spot?
That is correct, Ashley. This is where the underground movement stopped. We should check the area with the geoscanner.
Okay, let's do that.
This is enough. There is a vast network of limestone caverns below us. However, I did not detect any large objects moving on the ground.
If we can't go any further, then I think we should go down there to look for this hypothetical Moby Dick that we've been chasing.
I did not detect any passages that could lead us directly to the larger cavern system below us. We also cannot rift jump underground. That's too dangerous.
Okay, then let's make our own entrance. Do we have the schematics required to build a mining elevator?
Affirmative, Ashley. This is a good location to place it. It is a big machine, but it's self-sufficient. It doesn't require any additional power source to function.
Now you know how annoying this first part of Into the Dark DLC can be. Anyhow, have a great day, everybody. R7GL signing off.